Hey guys, what's up? Welcome again to another amazing episode of To Be Honest. My name is Charles Bond. This is Glitch Africa Studios, and we're doing this again. I have with me, as per usual, the awesome, beautiful, drop dead gorgeous. I could go on and all the adjectives in the world because she deserves it. Jumoke, aka Jumbug. Now, she's so obsessed with herself, she had to write her name on her prints. I don't know if you could zoom in for that. It's like literally all over her.
Let me explain, right?
Don't explain. We know you're the one that made it.
And that's fine. It's something I can do and I love it.
We love it. Okay, great. And we have two awesome guests with us today. You know, when I say that this show is called To Be Honest, I feel like we always bring guests that are, you know, of course, honest. And this first guest is not just like a cool guy, but like he's super honest. He wears his emotions on his sleeves like me. And I'm like, who else? Who better to invite if not him? Toochi, my man, is here.
Yeah.
Looking like money.
Yes, so.
I love it.
Yes, this is do you have beard oil that you are selling? You can sell.
No problem. I'll give.
Because not for me.
I think you can give.
Are you? What's the? Are we buying this game?
No.
If
you need it.
Moving on, we have one of the most talked about housemates in this season. Level Up. He did and undid. Listen. It was a lot. I could just go on and on, but of course, we have the fragrance boy with us. Deji, what's good?
Hello guys, I'm alright, right? Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be.
Are you always this? Devon always is calm. This
I'm a calm guy now. Everybody knows now.
I feel like Deji, he's mostly calm. Oh no, I don't know you like that. But on TV, he was mostly calm, except for that one fight that we'll get into too. Because I was like, what really happened? What's causing this?
Yeah.
Anyway, welcome to the show, guys. As you know, this show is called To Be Honest.
Yeah.
No holding back.
Please be honest.
Just even though what's there, nothing can happen.
Regardless
nothing
of
has fall.
I will try.
Now, head of house. We always start with head of house because Koize, finally, head of house went to level 2.
Finally. And a female.
Yeah. No, I've had Chumzi now. Chumzi was head of house.
Yes.
Yeah, even though I feel like that week it was mostly Elo Swag that carried the work because I don't know why. I had to ask you though. Let me start with you.
Yeah.
Because she went the house. We saw level 2 win head of house for the first time. Mm-hmm. And like, it's like, oh my God, Jesus, you are doing wonders. Do you think that if No.
Is the Jesus or doing wonders?
Yeah, because it never happened. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we were waiting for it. You know?
They were so excited, actually.
Yeah.
Even I was really excited. What do you think about them winning head of house, finally?
Well, I feel like even before they won it, a few people from level 1, like myself included, like, we wanted them to win it. Mm? Yeah, because, you know, as our 4th week, we were too comfortable. And then we were just messing up. Like, a lot of people were just acting as if, no, they were better than people in level 2. Mm-hmm. And if I'm going to be honest, a few people that left in level 2, that left early, were actually better than, you know, more creative, smart.
I like that you said that.
That kind of thing. So, it was just, I feel like we're just lucky.
Yeah.
To, you know, keep winning it up until the 8th week. And when Fina won it, like, it was, you know, a well-deserved win. Like, it should have happened way earlier. Yeah. And, you know, it's just, I just feel like it's just normal for them to also enjoy, you know, having that title of head of house coming to level 2. And then, even level 1, you could see, like, people from level 1 were happy. Adekunle, MS, like, they were really, like, it showed that, you know, they were happy for them to you know, finally, you know, have that head of house title. So yeah, it was a long time coming.
Head of house games, they're usually weird, right? It's just people that just bring things like, what do you even want? Like, that's why it always seems like it's a game of luck, right? Toochi, you were in another season and you've seen all these games. What do you think about Big Brother's games for head of house?
Big Brother games for head of house, First of all, we'll give you tension first. You
first be stressed.
Yeah, be stressed because, you know, that if you get this position, you will not leave the house. Yeah. So like everybody is so tension is so high. Everybody wants to win it. You understand? But it's luck. You can't do anything. Like some people, I remember there was a time that we used to throw the dice. And so Leko threw from the beginning to the end. He didn't get it. Understand?
Actually.
So it was like, what happened? You were going to tell your village people, but they follow you and all that.
Walking over time.
Then I think the next one, I think he just threw and he got something. Yeah. So it was just luck. You understand? Even me sometimes, but why the luck no the true. I no get even we once. You understand? But I came out, I was like, okay, maybe some people it's just luck. You cannot do anything.
To be honest, thinking about it now, I feel like maybe that's why Big Brother even removed immunity from deputy. You know, so it's not like people are just enjoying what they should not be enjoying. Not that I would like say that, not me as if they are undeserving of it, but people are just always so lucky and whatnot. Right. Now, what I love about this house is, one thing is they will give us a show, they will fight.
Always.
They will do what? They will fight. Let's talk about Bella.
And Fina.
But we cannot talk about that and not at Shegs because he put himself there by force.
As always.
It was none of his business. As a former housemate
in this season,
in this particular season, that has witnessed these housemates. First of all, like a lot of people were obviously supporting Fina. At the same time, some people were like, no, she was kind of, sort of wrong. Who do you think was wrong in these fights? In your opinion?
Honestly, in my opinion, I feel they were both wrong.
They're both wrong?
Yeah. In the sense that, like, I feel like there could have been a better way for like Fina to like approach. Okay, so let's say if it was Daniela and maybe Brian that were having that discussion, she won't lash out at them like that. You get, because they are friends. Do you get? But then the fact that it was Bella, they obviously don't like Bella, and I think probably before that day, I heard Chichi and Fina had already made up their mind that no matter what happens, they're not giving them the food. You get, even if, so I feel like they knew that there was a possibility that them Eloswag wanted them to have the food, but then they just don't want to give it to them. So them having that discussion that they gave her, a lot of reason to like lash out, like, oh, this is not the time to do this, blah blah blah. And obviously Bella, she wouldn't just stand by and like watch her, talk to her like that. And then she went out. You get, so I feel like, okay, the main problem started with Bella talking, like, telling her that she's from the street. Like, why do you have to say that?
Well, what did she say that made Bella say that you're from the streets?
Exactly. And I also think that, Fina was also in her rights because she wasn't aware that they say, I should give you food. So I would ask Big Brother, was the conversation? So relax. Or, I would ask them, which she did apparently when she went to level 3 and saw them.
Once, like, at that day, she already knew that. Because they already met Bella, what's it called? Did they meet them already, no?
No.
Okay, not yet.
It was after.
Okay, true.
Yes.
It was after, yeah. So she didn't know yet. Okay, true. Yeah.
So I'm just like, how is she wrong? In my opinion, I don't think she's wrong. Do you think she's wrong? Let me ask.
Toochi, I want to ask you something. Because Toochi, Toochi's like, as a man, I can't do this. He's that kind of person. You say that a lot. Am I lying? Shegs entered that fight. And for Fina, she was like, why you didn't enter woman matter? You know what I mean? And in Shegs' opinion, it's like, I'm defending my girl. Because he even told, what's his name, Groovy, that you should check your girl. I don't know why you're with her. When I heard that one, I'm like,
the kind of girl you're with. I was like,
your life. That's enough for me to want to slap your face. But what do you think about Shegs entering that fight?
Well, I feel like he just maybe he's coming from the protective side. Maybe he shouldn't be attacking my girlfriend or something. You understand? But for me, I feel like he shouldn't like enter the fight that way. He could have kicked back a little and relaxed and no, because he came out to attack. He came to attack. He didn't come to like, babe, relax, So he came to, he didn't come to settle the matter. He just came to attack the girl and say a lot of things that he shouldn't have said. You understand? Which is very bad. You understand? So I feel like he should have waited a little bit. You understand? Even though, it's my girl, I need to protect her, do something, but as a guy, calm down, relax, know what's going on before you attack. Because there's a way you attack things, you cause more harm than good.
If I don't like you, I don't like you. Yeah. There's no point to sugarcoat anything. So it's going to be worse if we're quarreling, obviously, right? Yes. So having to say that Fina should have handled it better, or I don't think she should have handled it better. I think she handled it the best way she could. Because what she was saying is correct. So now they came to talk about the wager. as the head of house. She was sitting on the head of house's chair. And then she's saying, don't talk about food now. You can talk about it in the room. There's nothing wrong with that. She's not saying stop talking about food. She's saying go somewhere and talk about that. We're talking about how to get more food for us right now. And then they all started going off on her. And then I got more upset when people were trying to say, don't talk too much. Or when Fina said something about, I don't know who trained you or whatnot. I don't think she went too far, to be honest, because Shegs got involved. Shegs spoke to Groovy and said, look at the kind of girl you're with. Check her. Who says that? It's complete BS. So, and human beings need to realize that you cannot tell me how to react. An action causes a reaction.
Exactly.
So if I react, let me react. When Adekule was trying to calm her down and say, I know you're angry. You know I'm angry. Allow me to express. And I love that she did not listen to anybody. She just went
The
on.
thing with Fina is there's no stopping her. Right? And I mean, there are things that she said I didn't exactly agree with. But
agree with everything, 100%.
When you come at me, don't now tell me how to react.
At the point where Bella said that thing she said, then every other thing that comes.
She just head of house my ass.
Because when she said that, and every other thing Fina said, like, I didn't even see any fault in it. You get, because you already insulted me, like, let me do my own bad.
Let me react the way I want to
understand. Because you're reacting. And everybody's screaming at me because I'm a crazy person. I'm sorry, cake and wine. Okay, so I'm from the streets.
Like there was no, like Fina was not ready to stop. And I honestly, Groovy also, I mean, Groovy is, obviously he was talking to her, like trying to calm her down. But still allowing her express herself.
Yes, which is what you're saying that Sheikh should have done.
Yes. I mean, just watch, like, check out. Don't just go and start attacking the girl like you're from the streets. Come on, man. Don't do that.
No, man, don't do that.
You get me. We don't get you. We don't get you nothing. We don't want to get you.
I don't fuck with you, right? You know, I don't fuck. Come on.
I bet sugar and rice. Go to Korea and be talking to policemen. That boy annoys me. Oh my God. Can't stand him.
Sorry.
Let's go on. Sorry.
You good? Do you need water?
Maybe I do, but it's okay. I'll live.
Okay. Now let's talk about the level 3 house guest. Obviously.
I'm sorry.
No, it's actually funny because I feel like it was unnecessary for Big Brother to do that. Why? Because they've been evicted.
It's the way they even left. Did you guys see how the ninjas came to pass them? I said, what's the problem?
This is not a glorious one.
It's not a good exit.
This is not a good one.
It's a painful remembrance.
Yes.
Because what?
Okay, let's not even talk about them. So when they moved them to the house, obviously they were very excited.
Of course.
Right? They were very excited. Even I was like, oh, I feel if it's me, if you want to evict me, just let me go home.
Peace.
If I'm pained, let me start my healing journey now. If I'm happy, let me start my, let me just continue with life. Right? So they obviously thought that they were still in the house and all of that. Then they now saw them Fina. They now did what they did, went to nominate people.
Yeah.
For them, that was like, I'm
stamp
still
on
in
it.
this house.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Big Brother, though.
And then,
wow.
Do you somewhat feel, right, watching the show, Chomzy she's been a big winner, right? Do you feel like Chomzy, do you feel like she became at a point like, look, I'm a winner. Like she just, I feel like she just had one attitude. Because I remember one time that they did that, they won again, the Lush one. And she was telling Bella like, they'll be saying this girl has come again. I'm like,
if now you know go talk a winning streak back to back. It will get to you at some point.
I think it got to her.
I mean, so she feels like, of course, you can feel yourself a little bit. It's Big Brother house. There's a lot of people, and people are the one that keeps on winning. So enjoy your win, man. If you can blow trumpets. I like it.
I love it.
It's how Eloswag was wearing Crocs when he was.
It's how. What's her face?
Involuntary exit.
It's even how Chomzy looked like she was going towards morning when she left the house.
I'm sorry, but what was Chomzy wearing?
Her head.
It was really...
I couldn't believe it because Chomzy gives me more. That's what did they call it? Fascinator. And the matching dress.
No, the thing is, you can't blame them because obviously people didn't tell them they were going to leave.
Yeah.
But they were not up for eviction.
For their mindset, if they don't put them, now them be the people now. In
fact, they thought they were top 3.
They thought they leveled up now. Like, we leveled up.
How they evict you and
important.
Find yourself another place.
It's the escorts for me.
Even though you thought she was leveled top 3.
So unfortunate.
Speaking of doing. Hello, Deji. How you doing? What's up? You see that whole doing thing. I feel like you started
a fiasco.
No,
because
I didn't start.
Why do you give her perfume? You have the mic. Answer me.
Why did I give her perfume?
Because it was her birthday.
Because if it wasn't her, it could have been any other person, and I would have given the person.
We don't know.
I came to the house with a lot of fragrances, and I feel like, you know, if you can't do anything nice for someone, that's the best I can do.
Just before you go for that boss, do you come here with fragrances? Do you have something?
I'm pretty shocked. What does that mean?
What does that mean? I went to the house with a lot of fragrances.
Let's
if
go
you are
on.
doing Mr. Nice Guy, extend
How
it to
about
the
you
wall.
do it for all of us?
Don't be selective.
Say don't be selective.
I don't like that.
But like that thing was, you know, obviously I can't just go about giving everyone fragrances. It has to be someone like, you know, I'm close with. You get
Because I was about to say,
we get
it has to be someone I'm close with. And at that point, we were really close. We were getting to know each other, blah, blah, blah. And I felt like, you know, let me give her a very nice gift, which was one of my fragrances. And also, it wasn't as if, like, and I feel like, okay, proud to the house, you know, I have this personality whereby I don't talk to a lot of people, but the few people I talk to, like, when I'm nice to them, like, I go all the way.
Yeah.
And the people tend to, like...
misinterpret.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I feel like that was where the problem was coming from. Like, I was really nice to her, like, just being a friend, like, this, like, chatting to her, like, telling her, like, personal stuff. So I feel like maybe that was, that was where I was wrong. You get, like, so that was like, I don't really blame her entirely. I feel like it was 50-50, like.
Men do this.
Well, like, hold on.
When
did things get really bad? Because I remember one time in the diary's room, and then Biggie had asked her about you. Yeah. And she said, I remember clearly, I don't care, I don't see him, I don't know about him.
Yeah. Wow.
I'm just like,
I mean, funny enough, it was the same, like, when Dotun, I'm like, oh, does she still exist? Like, she doesn't exist to me. I feel like at the point we both were in that headspace.
What really happened?
So it was just a situation of where maybe I was thinking she was going around talking about me to people, like bad-mouthing me.
Yeah.
And then vice versa, she was thinking the same. So at that point, we just didn't like each other anymore. Like, oh, so you're trying to bad-mouth me in front of
Did you guys ever talk about it?
It was the last week when I was leaving. You know, we talked about it. Though we didn't talk about it like in length. Like, it was just like briefly like, oh, this, oh, that. We're like, you know what? Let's dead all this beat. And then few days, was it like Thursday? I was almost leaving.
Right.
Then we were like talking again, but obviously it wasn't gonna be like before. Like we both still didn't, you know, it just didn't click. Because I remember the last day, when on Sunday now, because I knew I was gonna leave, so I was being extra nice to a few people that I like. And then, you know, she asked me for a fragrance, and I still gave her a fragrance that day. You get, and that was it. So like, it wasn't that I feel like. Because when I came out, oh my God, our stance, oh my God, they won't let me rest. My Twitter account is like suspended right now, and I feel it's because of them, because they're reporting my account. And in my mind, I'm like, the people that you guys are like fighting for, like, she's probably gonna be cool with me when she comes out.
Yeah,
because we already did this speed, but you guys are like, so in the long run, I just feel like, you know, we just misunderstood each other.
I also just want to ask again, still talking about peas and stuff, conversations. Toochi, you watched the show, and I want to ask you this one. Speaking as an ex-housemate and also somebody who watches this particular level, right? You saw the narrative with Deji and Chichi. So I know that a lot of people do things for conversation, right? I also remember clearly there was a point where Deji had a conversation with Dotun talking about how, you know, this thing he was doing with Chichi was stressful. It felt like work and all of that.
Yeah.
But then we could still see what he was doing. Right, so to you, how did that even look? Did it look like, oh, this guy is looking for a conversation, or maybe leading this chick on, or like, how did that even look to you?
Well, for me, I feel like, you know, Chichi. So for me, I feel like...
Sorry, Chichi what?
No, Chichi.
Yeah. Chichi. Will you marry
So for me, I feel like probably they were just cool with each other, though. You understand? You know, there comes a time in the house where you get very close to someone that understands you. You understand? Maybe you guys are not doing anything. We can lead to something, but you guys are just close at that moment. Because you guys understand each other. You guys are always together. That's how ship starts now. Understand? So these people, they became very close. You know, even I think Chichi started getting some vibes from him and all that. Even with that one, what you do, I will tell you later. So I feel like that's what happened. You know, that's what happened. So, but now that he's here,
and I'm good. So because now that you've explained yourself as this guy who is just really, really nice to people, I think because sort of gives me like, you know, a holistic view of maybe what really happened. But regardless, I want to know because this is how I think.
Yeah.
If something is hard for me, if I'm not feeling something, honestly speaking, I don't think I want to be in that mix because I would be pretending. And what am I pretending, to be honest, right? So did you, because you had a conversation with Dotun, obviously, so why didn't you maybe stop it? Or maybe have a conversation with her and make it very clear that let's not push this thing because of just how I'm not there yet. I'm not in your headspace yet.
And even when you were evicted and when you left the house on stage, you told Ebuka that, oh no, that you started to feel it. And I'm just, because I never,
it was sort of mixed signals. It was like, what is he saying?
Like, I never saw, I've said here multiple times.
Yeah, she always said that she never thought it was anything.
That you liked I just thought it was nothing.
But I was confused because I was like, I don't even understand.
But yeah, so
we make I put
before the
clearly.
before the house, like I don't know. I just going into the house, me being in the house, everything that happened is just me. You get like I never faked anything. There was no strategy. So me like outside of the house, even people I've been in talking stages with someone, I've almost dated a few people, and then I'm sure like they never for once, let me just say like throughout that process they were in a confused state. So I'm this kind of person like I don't know how to like express myself.
Right.
Like I can be talking to you, I can love you so much, but then you won't know. You really doubt like, because I barely say stuff. I barely like give assurances. Like, you know, I'll just be there looking like, but in my mind I'm like, I probably like, I can't say effort that bit. I probably like vibe with you so much.
Yeah.
But I'll just be looking at you like, okay, keep talking, this, that. So that was what happened with Chichi. Like, I'm not gonna lie, the first couple of weeks, I wasn't feeling anyone. Inclusive. You get, I'm never gonna lie. So it got to a stage, I'm like, everybody were like, I feel like this set, it was just too much. The shipping thing was too much.
It was too much.
You want to have conversation with someone, they're already a ship. You want to have conversation with
even buy yacht, don't know.
You get, they were like, I'm like, okay, before I get too bored in this house, let me find someone to also like, you know, vibe with, you know, and all of that. And then the person I saw that was consistent at that point was Chichi. I'm like, okay, let me get to know this person. And then I'm always someone like, when everybody are going left, I would go right. In that situation, everybody had a perception about her, like, oh my God, this girl, you know, she fights too much, she's aggressive, she's this, she's that. I'm like, okay, you know what? Maybe this is the person I need to like get to know. So at the point where I was trying to get to know her, I realized that, okay, she probably was on a different page already. Like, she liked me way more than, you know, I was seeing her.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, fine. Let me slowly get into the same page with her. So the first week, the second week when I was trying to know her, obviously it was obvious that I wasn't into this. So when people were saying, oh, maybe Deji wasn't feeling her, I'm sure they were right because they could see it. I couldn't hide it.
Oh yes, you couldn't hide it. Your
exactly.
face was, yeah.
Then the Dotun P, when I had that conversation with Dotun, like, a lot of people were doing things that I'm like, okay, for instance, like, eating in the same plate. I've never done that. I'm not used to that.
Yeah.
Sleeping on the same bed every night. I'm not used to that. You get like all this PDA thing. So those were the things like I was, you know, having a conversation with Dotun that they're like, yo, I can't do this. I'm tired of this. I can't force this. You get, but then, you know, one thing that, you know, that made me have a disagreement with doing is the fact that when I don't like something, I don't know how to face you to tell you. Because I don't want you to feel bad.
No, that makes sense now.
Yeah. You get, I don't want you to feel bad. Like, I don't want you to feel like low of yourself. Like, oh my God, I like this guy so much and it's not like giving back the energy. You get, because doing so, I never really said to her, like, I'm not feeling you. Let's just be friends. Like, I later did, but it was too late.
But do you agree with me that that's a conversation that needed to have been had?
Yeah, definitely. Yes, I should have.
That's all I want to hear.
You know, said it to her instead of saying it to
someone else,
to Dotun. So I didn't want to say it to her. I'm like, you know what? I would like get comfortable. But at the point, like maybe the final week, you know, I started getting comfortable with like, you know, eating in the same plate or sharing bed with her, like, you know, just doing stuff. I started getting comfortable and, you know, it started getting to a point where I'm like, okay, like she's actually not a bad person to be with. Yeah, I started like getting used, but then obviously it became too late because that was the week I was leaving. So maybe if I had spent more week in the house, like things would have been like different. You know, apparently like, okay, you know what, Deji actually likes this girl.
No, I mean, you put your footprint on the sands of time before you left. It's okay.
So are you going to after this house, like when she's out, are you going to try and...
Yeah, like I keep saying it, like, there's room for anything to happen. You get it? So if she comes out and, we still, be on the same page or we like each other at the same rates, then fine. Like if anything's gonna happen, sure.
It will happen.
But then is these things, like from my experience, with the way I've spoken to a lot of people in the past or tried to be in talking stages, I feel like I need to get used to women more. You get it? Because growing up, being a Unilag boy, club boy, all those things, like we get used to a certain lifestyle that when we are ready to like, just settle down or whatever, we find it hard because of how we've built ourselves growing up. So we are now, when she comes out, I still feel like if we have to be honest with ourselves, we shouldn't do it for the gram or for what the stars will say, like, oh, ship, like,
but that would be very hard.
For 20 million.
So because for me, I really don't care about all these stars, like all these stars shipping, trying to force the ship to work. If it doesn't work, fine, let's allow us to be friends.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, if it works, then fine, it works. You get
As in that, you see the way he said allow, because if they want, like, the stamp community is crazy.
Nah, it's too much.
I mean, you would know because they always drag you on Twitter.
He's mad.
It's too much.
I can only imagine.
Crazy.
I can only imagine.
So sometimes, that stands, it can indirectly offend your friendship with someone, even though you people are cool.
Yeah, of course.
Like because of the way your fans are attacking me, you start with are you sure this guy have not said anything?
Exactly.
So that's the crazy part of it.
thing.
You understand? I remember when I came out of the house, Erika's fans wanted to kill me.
It was bad though. Your own was bad.
Oh, they killed. I
you.
logged out of Twitter, logged out of Twitter. It was so when I eventually met Erika, I was like, Erika, come. Your fan, did they drink something? I said, no. Say, you don't know the people. I said, so you that they're even dragging, you don't even know what's going on.
How many people do you really want to know? Do you
understand? So I'm like, so that's it there. Like, it's so much.
But like, I understand that. I'm sorry that, just to piggyback on that. I understand that. But I feel like you owe, because we're cool, right? So I'm cool with you.
Yeah.
And my fans are saying something about you. Right,
Yeah.
I think that because we're cool, I owe you the responsibility of saying something, of coming out to address, or even calling you on the phone. Guy, I'm not involved. Or tweeting something. Do you understand? Because it doesn't still make any sense to me, to be honest. I will honestly feel like that, and I think that feeling is justified. Because you're not involved. That's great. What are you? Can you at least clear the air? Let everybody know that this is not your stance on this, or tweet something. You guys leave my friend alone or whatever, and let it go. Like, you get me. Even though people will still be mad and still drag me, but like, let me be sure that this is not coming from you. Because what we usually hear, and I don't know what that lingua is that it's my team. How will your team tweet something? You know what I'm talking about? And then you say you're not aware, or I'm piggybanking on Tega and White Money now. You are saying your team tweeted something on your accounts, and you do not know that it's tweeted. So they will come and take your money from your account and say you don't know. It's like it doesn't make any sense.
No, I feel like most people let it go, let it ride because they enjoy the whole trending stuff.
Yeah,
you understand?
But
But it's so bad.
But it's bullshit.
It's bad
relationships are important.
because let me tell you something. Since Big Brother, since our set down to their set, you understand? Even the previous sets, it has caused a lot of discrepancy with friends. People are supposed to be like nice friends. Even people that are supposed to have dated, it will not happen because this one will say, if I do this thing, even when they are together, they are not themselves anymore. Understand? And these are their fans causing all these things. These fans, I'm telling you, are probably people that don't even know what's going on. You can be having dinner with someone and they are fighting you guys. Your fans are fighting this person. So when they now see you guys together, they're like, okay, maybe we'll leave you. Plus when you can't, they go war. You can't reach there, they don't settle. You can't, they go back with your knife or more. Let's say, no, we'll look for another way. They're looking for violence.
Somewhere, but
I'm telling you, like, so it's bad.
I even feel like the best thing is just, settle with the person, talk to them. But if you're trying to tweet to like address this, they won't even, those times they don't even want to hear. You get like, okay, yesterday now, when everybody left, the 5 people that they evicted, I was like, my other account, the one that is still active, I wish them all, all the best. I mentioned all their names. Come and see doing fans insulting me. Don't wish her all the best. You're this, you're that, you're this. And for me, like, I would never reply any troll. Because I know that some of these people are frustrated, you know, some are bored.
Yeah.
You know, some need help.
Some are kids.
So they just want to
kids with
pour out the frustration, or like I can literally be with Doyin now and be, you know, we take pictures or take video, or even I can even get married to this babe today and the stars will still hate me.
Like, why would you do this to us, Doyin?
You will do anything and they will still hate you because that's what they want. They don't want peace. They want
violence.
Always. They care about.
I love it.
So that's the thing now. These things now, indirectly, it rubs off on the people.
Yes, indirectly.
You don't even know. Like, you will find yourself avoiding the person. Or maybe when you're with the person, you're not yourself anymore.
But because you're just trying to avoid any drama.
Yeah, like he's so, he's so
The
bad.
most important thing is just make peace with the person. And that's it. Forget these trolls. They don't
matter.
Yeah, they don't matter.
This week, we saw a calmer Shegs. I mean, aside from the fight that happened with Fina and his babe, I think we saw a different Shegs. Let me not say entirely different, but he was calmer. For me, I think that this is because of, you know, what Ebuka had said to Bella, you know, that's, you know, about their whole situation. He was a lot calmer. And even when they went for the Showmax, to when they went to watch a movie, the way he was interacting with everybody, he was just a different person. Like, I feel like this week we've seen a different Shegs. Maybe you have
go on. I will say a different Shegs. I will say a more calculated, a more strategic, and a more restricted
exactly.
Shegs.
Maybe
that's what it is.
Obviously he's thinking it's like outside is seeing me in a different way. So he's trying to calm down. Because we said here last week that, you know, Shegs probably trying to be a lover boy, but he's not. So that's why we see some times where he's just, you know, just like, why are you snapping over something like this? Why are you having a fight with her over something like this? I want to ask you, because you were in the house with him, right? We may see it differently because from outside, it's like, oh, what the hell is wrong with this Shegs guy? Do you know what I mean? What the hell is actually wrong with him? Do you think that we don't see all the clips? We don't see everything.
Yeah.
What do you think about Shegs from the person you've seen in the house? Honestly.
About him, like,
about him,
or
there's hardly an individual Shegs anyway, so we can't really speak about him just individually. So Shegs, a person, Mr. and Mrs. Ikoyi.
Like I was saying earlier, you get like Shegs to the guys in the house. We don't have a problem with him because he knows how to like relate well with us. So anytime there's a problem, like we'll be like, Shegs now, a guy, more no pull out. You get. So I don't know if that's the kind of, you know, I don't even know what to call it.
No, say it.
I don't know
he said Shegs now, a guy more no put mouth. So no say problem D.
Yes, obviously, like it's obvious. It's just like maybe Dotun is having issue now, and you want me to go against. I'm not going to go against because now my guy. What I'll just do is be like after everything has come, I'll go and call him one-on-one, which is the same with Shegs. So I remember there was one time Shegs and Fina, you know, had one altercation like that. And they were shouting like, you know, what did I do? I didn't even pull my. It was just like after everything, you know, I went to talk to Fina like, you know, you were right. Like Shegs shouldn't have come for you that way. And I went to meet Shegs, like, go there, like, you shouldn't have done that. You get. But if it was someone like I didn't see it that way. I would like, why are you shouting at her in public like that? So that's what I'm saying. Like, he has this relation with guys that they don't feel the need to come out like at him anyhow like that. You feel me? So I feel like that's why like we don't really feel the need to like come after this person. You get. And then when we're talking about Shegs in a relationship,
Mr. and Mrs. Ikoyi. Big
Shegs. Big Shegs and Big Bella. So yeah, you know, I agree that they disagree a lot. You get, which is obvious. And see, for me, I feel like this disagreement just comes down to the fact that these people are trying to, like, they made themselves in a show and are trying to make something work. Like, it's just going to be hard. That's it. Like,
in a short period of time.
In a short period of time. It's just going to be hard for them to click. Because there was a time like, okay, let me talk about when I pull them out in their relationship, because I don't like putting them out in anybody's relationship. Yeah. So, you know, they were arguing in the bathroom, yeah, and I was in the restroom, you get. And I was already done in the restroom, you get. But then I didn't want to come out because I know that if I come out, I'll need to pull them out. So I was there 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. I'm like, God, now I have to come out, you get. So I came out and I'm like, Shegs, like, they were really saying a lot, you get. One thing I feel you know, they probably should work on in their relationships how they talk to each other. You know, the respects, like, you know, as if it's too disrespectful, blah, blah, blah. And then if you need to do this in your private corners. Like, people are watching, people are seeing you guys. So how do you expect, if you're calling Bella names now, how do you expect us to see
respect her?
You get? So we'll feel like it's okay to call her names.
Yeah.
If you're calling Sheg's name, other people will feel like, oh, it's okay for us to disrespect Sheg. So I was like, you know what? These things, you guys should just try to, like, what's it called? Try to, like, just accommodate each other for now. When you guys leave the house and you guys still feel like you want to be together, then address these things. Talk about it where people are not watching or where people are not listening. But when I came to the house and I heard that after 2 days they were in love, I felt like they were just playing us. You get? Because I'm like, how can you be in love with someone? I spoke to Sheg. I'm like, yo, Shegs, for me, yeah, if I meet you outside, you look like I can't use the F word, but you look like a player to me. So how is it that you're coming into the house and then you're loving up with this person that you barely know? You get? So if I was a viewer, I won't believe whatever they're having. That's just facts. So that I'm like, okay, since I lived with them, I'll give them the benefit of doubt. When we come out, we'll see if this thing is actually true or not. But 50-50, you get? I'm still not convinced.
You're not convinced.
Who am I? Like, do they care about my opinion? It's their life. You get? Like, if it's gonna work, if they're being real, then, you know, all the best to them.
You look so uninterested.
If they're being real, then all the best to them. Like, you know, that kind of thing.
No, but okay, so Toochi, I know that emotions heighten in the house. And every single guest we've had on this show has always said that.
Yeah.
And you know what beats me, honestly speaking, is how people use this word, emotions get heightened at their convenience. Yeah. Because if emotions get heightened, every emotion gets heightened.
Every single person
anger,
in that house.
Sadness, joy, whatever.
Yes.
So if I hate you at 0.0, if I'm there, I'll hit you at 0.100.
Yes.
If I don't like you, I would not like you times 20.
Of course.
So if I'm calling you sick, crazy, it simply means that is how I feel about you. Right? If I am trying to act to the gallery, what we can see as viewers, you know, would be more because emotions are heightened. So that's why it really baffles me when people think that what they have is beautiful. It's good because it's clear for the deaf to see.
But that's also to you, Charles. Yeah, but that's to Charles because Charles, I would say that you're more enlightened. A lot of people think that if I'm mad at my babe, like there are people that are in relationships like this in real life, forget Big Brother, do you know what I mean? If they're mad at their babe or whatever, they would say anything. And the babe will be like, okay, maybe I'm the one that has done wrong. Do you know what I mean? Like these things are the things that happen. And that's why we see that people would support this ship. And that's why I was saying that, I mean, we also have a lot of people on the internet saying, oh, this ship is toxic. That's what I'm saying, that it's a good thing that this, and I'm not saying it's a good thing it's happening to Bella or happening to Shegs or whatever, but at least we can see that, this thing is happening and it's wrong. So hopefully people are able to learn that, this is not how relationships should look.
You know, number one, they are inside Big Brother Naija house. Camera is watching them. There's no be any babe where they like 1004 with him babe, they do, you understand? So everybody is seeing what is going on. And I believe, jokes apart, let us not be biased about anything. Let's just say our honest opinion.
Yes, please.
What they are doing is wrong.
I was so afraid he was going to say something else.
You understand? It's like, it's very wrong. You get? Because for me, I feel like the girl has feelings for the guy. Like, she really, really cares about the guy a lot. Like, you don't see that. You get one where they use them doing Indian film where the guy they come back with. They come see that.
Oh my God.
The girl can't stand up, can't hug him. My phone fell out while they laugh. I was like, the laugh will kill me. You understand?
I think she was the first to request for their date.
Yeah.
So brother,
so I feel like it's wrong. But me, it's a relationship. You understand? Inside Big Brother house, a lot of things happen. People are in a ship for the wrong reasons. Yeah. People meet and they fall in love too fast. People don't even know each other. You are inside the house. What about outside the house? Now that you don't, if I don't want to see you, I'll just go out. You understand? What happens? You understand? You know, you start taking a lot of things you're not supposed to be taking. You understand? You know, there's a lot of clips I've seen with them. I don't like it. It's not good. Make I no lie. Nobody go fi beat me. It's not good. It's not nice. You understand? You understand? I feel like it's either they talk to each other and say, okay, this thing, you know, the world, maybe we not chill a little bit, you understand? Because people are watching now. You understand? And I was seeing a lot of tweets, you know, yesterday, like, people were like, why didn't Shegs go? Why didn't Shegs go? A lot of people were saying it because of Bella.
Yeah.
Not because of they don't like Shegs. You understand? They feel like when he's out there, the girl will breathe.
Yes.
So that is honest. That's my honest opinion. That's it. You get. So I feel like they should just find a way to. I don't know. Like everybody can see right through the force. They are forcing the relationship.
Yes. I mean, even that dinner was made it so clear.
Everybody and like
I couldn't watch it for a
lot of standards.
And a lot of Nigerians will still come and say
they are fighting on corners every day.
For the love. They are shipping. Like, why are you people? Like, you people are doing more harm than good to these people. Like, let them be themselves. You understand?
I want to ask both of you. I'll start with you, Toochi. Looking at the house, obviously we know that it wasn't exactly a fair game, especially to level 2, because of the whole head of house, blah 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 thing happened. Looking at the house now, who do you think? Obviously, everybody deserves a spot in the house, but if you're going to be, who do you think should be in the house right now? It's just the person, it's just luck that has brought the person this far. If you're looking at the people in the house right now,
Groovy.
He shouldn't be in the house.
No, like I think people don't nominate him a lot.
Okay, like luck.
Yes. They don't even call his name.
They don't remember.
They don't remember his name. I'm not saying him. No, the guy, I like him a lot. The guy is nice. Like he's cool. But like I think people don't nominate him a lot. That's why I feel like so. I feel like so that's it. And who again? In the house. Every other person is active.
Daniela.
No.
No, Daniela is
no.
I'm just asking what most sought after.
It's not about that.
Do you know what even upset me this morning? The conversation I was having with Chichi about the fact that I was so happy with Khalid. What Shegs and Bella have is even nothing compared. Shut up your mouth! Will you shut?
But it's nothing compared to what they had now. But she should keep quiet still.
Yes,
because
you could not.
Hey.
His besties here. I cannot say something.
Okay, I want to ask you, Deji.
Yeah.
Now, in the house, I feel like for me, I'm not going to call names. I'll let you do the name calling. Some people in that house, both people that are still there, people that have gone, they have this kind of pick-me attitude. Do you know what I mean? Like, they just want to be good on everybody's side. Let me even speak for Doing, right? Let me speak about Doing, not for her, about her. You know, there was a time that she had issues in the house where it seemed like she was just always in everybody's business. But she was like, it's not like that they were coming to meet her. I feel like she gave herself the role of the in-house therapist when that is in fact mediator. Big Brother's role. Do you know what I mean? She was just always in people's business. Do you think that she was a pick-me, like just trying to be on everybody's side, like just be good with everybody? Because there were times where I felt like Doing was very concerned about eviction. Like when it was time for nomination and eviction, she did not want any problems, just wanted to be, do you know what I mean? So do you think that Doing or anyone else you maybe think just try to have that, I want to be good with everybody, so when the time comes for nomination and whatnot, I'll be on everybody's good side? Do you think anybody played that card in the house?
If I'm starting with Doing, I won't use the word pick me in the sense that, because I was at the house with her and I saw her have issues with a lot of people. You get, so if she was that much of a pick me, then she won't have issues. Because like there are people in the house that have never been in any controversial fight or whatever. Because she she had had misunderstanding with Dotun, with me, with maybe Chomzi. You get, so I won't say pick me per se. I'll just say like, okay, probably she's that kind of person that wants, like when you guys are talking, she wants full attention. She wants to get 100%, and you know you can't get 100% from people.
Yeah.
You get not people that you are meeting on the show. Yeah, so I feel like maybe she's bringing much of a real life into the show. Yeah, and if you're bringing much of a real life into the show, like you can only get that, you know, that attention from people, you know, that
already know your person.
Exactly, that you've known for a long.
People that understand you.
You can't meet someone in a week and you're saying that, oh, I think I'm going to give you all my time and I want all your time. Ow. It's not going to happen. I swear.
Charles, you have something to say?
Amaka. So
that's the thing. Amaka, I wasn't in the same level with her, so I don't really know her that much.
How did we even forget to talk about this guy?
And we're coming there. Wait now. I want to answer this one first. I think that people who actually actively do the pick me thing would honestly get into issues because when they don't get what they want, they're not comfortable.
Yeah.
So I think they don't need to pick me person, to be honest. I think Amaka as well is the thing is that they don't really get how to go about it and they never get what they want. So they are cantankerous and they're just upset and they're not that uneasy. You get me? With Amaka, I feel Amaka's own is more, I don't want to use the word deception, but yeah, I've said the word already. It's just really manipulative. It's just, you know how they just want to, oh God, it's just very disgusting when I think about it. So you've said this about me, you know, there's also the backbiting part of it. And then you've said this one in front of me and you want to be my good books. You want something actively, but because you want to be my good books, I would rather not have it so that you have it and I'll be in your good books. It's just very messed up. So I think for me, Doing and Amaka.
For me, Amaka, I would go with what you said as per when you're just yourself on the show. Do you know that? Amaka was herself, and I think that's why I would say she got evicted early. You know, a lot of people thought that maybe Big Brother was tired because of, but obviously that day was that whole nomination thing. She had issues with so many people, and for me, what it was with Amaka is Amaka would not just like there are things that would happen that maybe in real life you react to, but because you're on this show, just overlook it. Do you understand? Yeah. Amaka was very
and then self-affirm.
She was just very hot, like as in she just wants to be shouting. Like there are things that maybe just
she feels like when she's not shouting, she's not getting as much. Yeah. So
plus, I mean, she was only with Fina, so that could also rub off on her. I'm just saying, I don't know, just maybe.
So that
could also be another thing. Right. I must not forget this thing.
We
Deji. Can't. Actually, let me call you the way Chichi calls you, Deji. Big Brother gave you an assignment, which was to go to level 2, which you did, you know, complain about your level, then go to. I want to ask you, because, you know, it's not everything we see. As per Charles, not everything is aside what people say you should do, that you should complain about your level and go to level 2. Did he say that you should say level 1 secret in level 2? Is it part of your task?
What secret was?
Excuse me, Deji.
There are no secrets now.
Deji, you just went to level 2 and just
CNN reporter. I say what?
Level 1. I say God.
I'm sorry. What?
You are a betrayal. I was just looking at you like.
I was gonna find the clip of that task. Actually,
what you guys didn't understand is that.
Please help us.
What you guys didn't understand is that. Right. So, moving to level 2, you get. Was it like when they called me in the arena and it was like, oh, you're going to level 2? Maybe it was Fina. I think it was Fina. She was like, Abi, you know, Api. You get like, so maybe, I feel like maybe anybody that was smart would probably know that, okay, maybe this thing was staged. You get.
You're not
so
smart.
moving to level 2.
We are not smart.
You say I'm not smart. No problem.
No, I'm just saying.
Proceed.
So moving to level 2, I had to like still be in character, like act like, okay, yeah, I really want to be with you guys.
And I'm comfortable with you guys.
Exactly. This is what these guys are doing up there. Do you get? So this is why I don't.
You're selling state secret.
So I'm like, so I have to make it like seem like, oh, this is why I don't want to be around these guys. Oh, they are this, they are that. So it wasn't as if I was spilling any secret or anything.
That's what.
So
I felt betrayed.
No, that's not it. And the thing is, like, at that point, like, you know, we don't know what's happening outside. We don't know what we are doing right or what we are doing wrong. And at that point, like, I knew I had 4 weeks, and I want to do, you know, I just wanted to spend more time in the house. You get, I probably wanted to like prove to Biggie like I deserve to still be in this house. Okay. So you get, so I just felt like.
So if you were bringing the drama, maybe Big Brother would say, okay, let me keep this guy.
Because when I even came out, I later heard that I wasn't the only one that, you know, that asked Biggie that I wanted to stay more than 4 weeks. I heard Modella also asked, but then she didn't get it.
There was no way she was going to get it.
How would she get it?
What did she do in her own 4 weeks?
But then I even, because I was like, when I asked, I was like, oh, either 1 or 2 weeks, you get. So I knew most likely 5 weeks, but I'm like, okay, maybe 6 weeks. You get, so I can't just be there and be like, oh, level 1, they're cool people. They just don't wash plates. That's why I want to leave. And then, obviously, looking at their own kitchen too is messed up.
Yeah.
So what's the excuse? Okay, but now we also don't wash plates. Do you want to leave us?
Yeah.
Do you get? So I just had to like try to fit in like so fast. The fact that even because I was having, you know, when I settled in, Amaka was like, "How far, get it fire." I had to make her feel good. Like, oh my god, yeah, get it fire.
Go for it.
It's all about you. Like, go for it. Like,
yeah.
I started like, you know, fitting in and try to be on their side. Like, oh, this, that. You know, Fina was like, oh my god, I'm scared. Groovy is up there with chums, and I'm like, don't worry, like Groovy is all about you. Like I met Groovy outside, and Groovy is like, oh, I have a babe inside. Like Groovy said so many things about you. You get like, of course, like I want to be there and I want to be accepted, because I didn't even know it was just going to be
it was
for
just
2
crazy.
days. I thought it was going to be like for
till the end of your time there.
Then Sunday came and they measured. I'm like, so wait till I can't do all these things.
Oh my word.
So what's the point?
No, but it's smooth work for some people now.
Actually.
Yeah, it's smooth work.
Yeah, so that was just what it was. It wasn't as if me licking any secret. Like
I suppose. When I was watching, I was like,
no, but you lick secrets to achieve this purpose.
I mean,
it was a means to an end for you. It was a means to an end for you, so that makes sense.
Oh, it makes sense. No, because I was like, what's that?
We have to be honest. Yesterday, I expected more people to leave the house because that house is full.
Yeah.
But this week is already week 9. Next week is week 10. So while I go, okay, what's going on? Why are people still in this house? I mean, obviously, we said that and it was calm until we now saw the
chart.
Yes, and we saw that if 3 people were going to go, it would have been Shegs. And then social media blew up. It just seemed like production was up to something, right? And to us, it looked like we cannot just remove Shege. We should remove Mr. Big Shegs, Mr. Iko, you know what I mean? And it's just like, production, why this? Like people were tweeting like they were.
Yeah, they were.
People were
was
upset.
on fire yesterday.
And I don't want to say it was shocking, but it was just somehow like, I mean, I know we want someone to go home, but the way they were like, oh my God, why is Sheik still in the house? I was like,
Because I'm glad people can see beyond the bullshit. And I mean, I feel like that would have given him a sense of like some sort of reality check, because you're not that great. I'm sorry. So like, do you... Okay, what they'll come for me again?
I think. The show is coming to an end. Like it's literally almost done.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you who are your top 5s individually, starting with you.
My top 5, I would say Deji. Sorry, right.
I love it. I'm living for that.
I'm here like,
don't you are wicked? I can't.
I was shocked.
But you know, a lot of people were rooting for you when you were in the house.
Yes,
actually,
If you ask me, I feel like I would have gone first.
Yeah,
actually.
No, but Deji came into the house like he came in powerful.
Yeah, you did. Like when you walked in, I was like, okay,
Wow.
not in now something. I love it.
That was good.
It was nice.
Yeah, it was.
So, I mean, Hemi's, Brian, Fina. Am I missing somebody? You said top 5, Abby?
Yeah. It's fine if you don't even make top 5.
Daniela? No. Who else is there? Chichi? Of course not.
Maybe Bella and Shegs.
So on your top 5, we had Brian there. And I mean, I see Brian in the house, like he's a cool guy. He's calm. But I know that Brian has such a huge fan base. And it's just like, so what makes his fan base so huge? Like what is making
him?
If we say a Fina goes hard for her tags, she's out there, you can say, okay. If we say Hemis goes hard, I mean, like, I'm just trying to say, okay, this is what is because of his huge fan base. Number
1, he's like, when if you come to Big Brother, there are some fan base, they are built on something.
Yeah.
Understand? So Brian fan base is built on the Ajibo singer,
Gen Z boy, because he's a cool guy. Brian is a cool guy.
And who are the people voting? Gen Z. You understand? So
it's not just Gen Z.
I know, but they are the majority now. You understand? And when the guy came inside the show, he created an impact when he walked in.
Yeah, and he's also talented.
Yeah,
he's
talented. His music is nice. You understand? And he's that one guy that when 2 people are arguing, that person that is wrong, he will come and tell you, you cannot be doing this. Other people will
he will carry the fight.
And he will carry the fight in his head. You understand? And he's always people want him to speak out. You understand? He's always the one that will come and say, no, you are. I've seen 1 or 2 fights where he will come and say, no, you are not supposed to do this. You understand? So I like that about him. I will vote for him if he comes up.
Comparing him to somebody from a previous season, who would that be?
Like I said, he's like the cross. I'll say cross. I don't know why. I feel like cross. Yes, because he's a vibe. The guy is a vibe.
Yeah. No, I don't see the
vibe.
similarity. I don't see the similarity.
Maybe I'll watch him more closely. I've just never noticed. I mean, I know Brian, but I've never just noticed.
Like Brian, his fan base, they are unshaking.
That's what I hear.
Like, it's crazy.
And And that's one good thing about it, because fan bases that you don't see them come to insult people or do.
Yeah.
But when you are up, they vote for you.
Yeah.
Just like Dorothy do now said, like
Dorothy had like a crazy army. It was
so
wild.
like you see that's like the dedicated fan base.
Yeah,
you can't come and insult Brian on Twitter again now.
All right, guys, it's still To Be Honest on Glitch Africa, and so we're having a conversation. Someone walked in, a very important personality. I'm looking for the best way to introduce this person, but the only thing that comes to mind is this: you are a star. You are the best. There's nobody like you. Only you in the whole. I feel like everybody knows what I'm talking about.
Affirmation.
Words of affirmation, honey. Maki Billion. Amaka is in the building. What's up now?
Hello guys, I'm good.
What are you looking now? Look up now.
I don't know.
Ginger.
Words of affirmation, is it now my son name?
No, it's a good thing now.
You know it's good.
Okay,
Look,
so
when something hits you in life and you're able to, like some
You
things
Amaka it
happen,
up.
but you don't let it get to you.
You Amaka it
You're
up.
like, look, I am beauty.
That's it.
I'm a beauty.
How
I'm
are
a
you?
spec. You own this. That's why he's introducing that. We love it now. How many people could have handled such a situation? It's not easy.
Yeah.
Let's not even lie. It's a hurtful situation.
But wait, why did you think you needed to do that day? How were you feeling
to
in
yourself.
your mind?
No, it was a mixed feeling.
Right.
First of all, I was feeling, I don't know, the whole thing was just some type of way, because initially, Fina was supposed to talk to Groovy on my behalf, because she had already gingered me a whole lot. Like, oh, this guy is cool, this guy is this, or she was gingering me, and I was like, you know what? Anyway, give me till Saturday. And I did not get to Saturday. I told her to give me till Saturday so that I'm going to like
Make your
come
move.
out. You understand? Come out very well. And
Next thing.
next thing, they were together. So I just needed to remind myself that, you're the prize.
Oh, so sweet. I love you so much.
But it's not like it was that serious. But the thing is that in that kind of situation where, like, Fina was really my close friend, in that kind of situation, I just had to remind myself that it's you, baby girl, you're the prize. Focus on yourself. You don't have to look at them. They were actually in my faces. So.
Yes.
And I did not want to mess my relationship with Fina. So I just had to help myself.
The
And
situation.
remind myself that it is me.
Oh my God! Right. I'm just
Taking notes.
Jotting things
Amaka,
down.
before you left the house, I mean, the week that you left the house, it seemed like a lot happened.
Yeah.
In fact, people were like, it's a lie. When Big Brother is ready, he'll let us know what Amaka did to him. I think you had the whole microwave issue, many things. And I thought one major thing that happened, aside, of course, your giddy fire, blah, 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 was that thing of this one said that one about that one about that one, Fina, right? It was you, it was Chumsy, it was Bella. What truly and honestly happened? Because it was so confusing and you did not want to stop talking about it. To me, it looked like, look, I'm not in the wrong here. I know what happened, so I want to clear myself. But at the same time, it looked like you were the one now talking too much and other people don't want to talk. So it now looked like, yeah, I'm the one, but I'm not going to be like, do you know
that's how it looked.
It just looked what really happened.
Well, obviously, everybody on the outside knows what happened. But to just clarify the whole matter, nobody likes to be accused falsely. So that's why I kept on reiterating it. Then again, I'm very extroverted. So people would quickly pin that kind of thing on people that are extroverted. Oh, she couldn't just get a grab of herself and whatever. Which I know I never had that conversation with Chichi. The whole beginning of the conversation was that Deji came to our level and I happened to find out about the Diana.
Please repeat. You said Deji came to your level.
Yes.
Okay, it's okay. Just go on.
No problem.
I just
So I
want
happened to find out
But I
about
mentioned it now.
You did.
Diana Giddy Fire issue. I never knew how serious it was because I think I was just in the dark. And I found out about the Diana Giddy Fire issue. And I think I wanted to clarify matters. I wanted to hear from someone else. You get me? So upon going out, I tried asking Doyin, but I was not getting the real information I wanted. So I asked Chichi. So in return for that gist, Chichi told me that I should take care of Deji for her. You get? And I told her that, I dey eye this guy, yo. you don't carry fish put for rat hand. And I was saying it in the room, like when Deji came, I was just like, this guy is hot. You know what? Be like, say, like I was like that on the show. I was everywhere. I was not like, oh, I could die for this one or whatever. It was just what it is. So I now told her that, thank God that you said it too. But Toochi now said she's a lover and a fighter and everything. I said, okay, no problem. I'll stay clear from you, man. She now started telling me, do I want her to help me on the Giddy Fire issue? I said, no, that I'm not an assertive person. I like everything to flow naturally. Just let it be subtle. So those were the back and forth we were going through. She was telling me Diane was not in the picture and whatever, whatnot. And then she now asked me, that Groovy and Fina, are they together? I say, yes, they're a couple. They're together. Don't allow anybody to come close to Groovy upstairs. Or these people are together. And she was like, oh, really? So understand that she's the one that asked me.
Yeah.
And remember that Fina was always having this problem of, I hope Groovy is not with some other girl. She was like, let them know, you understand, that we are together. And I will keep assuring her, they can see, they're not blind. You guys are together. So that was an opportunity for me to make it clear to Chichi because she's Chomzi's friend. So definitely the information will reach Chomzi. You get me? By the time I came back to the room, Fina was, I think she was high. Maybe it was a Saturday. So she was high. She was like talking. And I told her that, you know what? I told Chichi that you and Groovy are together. She was like, really? That is good. That even Chomzi came to come and ask her if she's together with Groovy. Though she was high, we were sitting in front of Deji's bed. We were sitting on the floor. Because we used to gist with Deji. I think I was sitting on the bed. She was sitting on the floor. She was just talking. And I told her, she now said, Chomzi came to ask her too. And that was it. For me, it was not a big deal. And even in her front, because I heard some people said, I said something to Giddy Fire that two of them are together. Even in her front, I said, Giddy Fire, these people, in the night, the way they used to cuddle, me, myself, I will even be thinking about my life and everything. I always said it in everywhere that I beg Fina carry wala they go.
Yeah.
So I don't understand.
You said two things that really hit me. First of all, you spoke about your very good relationship with Fina. Secondly, you spoke about flowing, right?
Flowing.
Yeah, flowing, like, something
Letting
being natural,
things flow naturally.
Yeah, nice. Do you think that Groovy, honestly speaking, right, is into your friend Fina, or do you think that it's just Fina maybe trying to throw herself on him, or what do you think about that situationship or relationship?
Really, again, I wouldn't know because human beings are very deceitful.
Bam.
You get me? Human beings are very deceitful. Fina said that Groovy came to her, which I wouldn't know if that is it because that was the explanation she gave to me, that Groovy came for her. Then another time she said that Groovy, she told Groovy that he needed to move on. He needed somebody on the game. I cannot say. If the horse has said that.
Who are you to say?
Waiting concern me, my brother.
On them.
I really don't know.
But there's no, I'm going to let you. I know that you're in a hurry and all of that, but like this particular one, I want to ask you because I'm seeing you now.
Okay. It's okay.
That night, my dear, that you woke up and that you saw things. And you rightly say that your body was doing you migrimo. I want to know what exactly, because what?
Yeah, no, because sorry. I was looking at Amaka.
Amaka
she was sitting and looking at them like this. I was like, okay,
because they keep saying that it's pitch dark.
Yeah, they say that the rooms are usually very dark.
Very dark.
That room is terribly dark.
Okay.
I used to use my box to hold the door because I don't like sleeping in the dark.
Okay.
So it was for me to be looking for that long. I'm an adult. If I see that kind of thing, I'll just go back to bed.
Right.
You understand? For me to be looking for that long, I was trying to decipher what's going on there.
Okay.
Which I couldn't find what is going on. Because our bedsheet is dark, like our blanket is dark blue. You get me? So I cannot really see. And the room is purely dark. In short, terribly dark. and I'm just hearing only sounds, which I guess is a kissing sound. I really can't say.
Okay, but you didn't know who was involved at the time. Did you know it was?
No, because you had mentioned one time that looking at them, that your body was, you said that. You said that it got you.
Yes, I can see somebody kissing so passionately and more.
Which is okay. My own is that you knew it was Daniela and Khalid.
Yeah, I knew it was them under the bed.
Okay. And that you used your box to hold it. Was there lights coming into the room, or no? It was one of those days that it was very dark.
I think it was purely dark.
Right. Have you seen the clip? Ever since you came out from the house.
This guy is a stupid.
Have you seen the clip ever since you came out from the house? Of you looking at them ever since you came out from the house?
I was looking like a thief.
My sister.
Yes.
I like that you said that.
I was looking like a thief. I did not even believe that the camera was even.
It was a thing. Oh my God.
Now.
The memes about that thing was.
But Amaka, just before you go, I had to ask you. You left in a way that no one. Well, let's talk about your season left. Like it was just, that day Big Brother just switched things up. And for many people, it was just like, nah, this is unfair. I know someone that cried when you left. The person just felt like it was unfair. That why would they do that to you and everything? But obviously, how did you feel? I feel like it was a circumstance kind of thing, things that happened that week. How did you feel when you were evicted? Because Doyin said something about you having a dream and whatnot. Aside from all these things, how did you personally feel? Did you feel like, I feel attacked?
Honestly, if I can say my true emotions at that moment, I don't think I've come to terms with my reality that I was living. Then again, I was already just asking myself, what's the worst that could happen on the outside? Do you understand? It's not that bad on the outside. Then when I came out of the door, the first person I met to talk to, I just told him, how do we make money in this industry? Let's start making the money, because that's the worst that could happen. Big Brother is over. Amaka will continue. So that's basically it. And when I saw the love on the outside, it was everything.
You're actually loved, and that's a beautiful thing. You're actually loved.
Everything.
Are you going to do you currently hold any grudges against anyone in the house? No lie, to be honest.
People that that come reunion. My claws.
Because your set, your reunion, chaotic.
It's going to be chaotic.
Honestly, let me even put it out there. Me, I'm working on myself. That I know people are expecting a lot of basketballs from me during reunion. I know I'm upset about a whole lot of things, but I'm just trying my best to be my best during the reunion. I don't think it's necessary for me to. The whole chichi fina, whatever thing that I really want to talk about. Just 3 things I might want to talk about. The groovy, giddy fire, Elo swags, whatever thing. Anybody in the person's reasonable sense will know that somebody cannot definitely like 6 people at the same time. But however they take it, me, I'm very extroverted. If I say one looks like 10 because the energy that comes out of it, you understand? So that is that. I won't even talk about it during the reunion. Then the thing I'm going to really talk about would be the Fina groovy, the Fina Chichi, Chomzi and whatnot. But thank God that the whole world is gradually seeing it, that it's only those that can see you, because Chichi stated it so many times that I never said anything like that to her. You understand? And we all know Chichi. If I did, with the heat of the way I was pushing it, she would have said it. You get me? So it is clear that I did not say anything to her. Then the other matter I might want to talk about is the Daniela throwing of pad, whatever, because you'll be talking, to be honest, we just have to say it. So you'll be saying things, people be saying things about you, and you'll be the last person to know about it. I was there, I was shouting, so he's in now a ninja. I was catching cruise about it. Why I was catching cruise about it is because how can all the girls be shouting and nobody is agreeing that they're the one? Is it the guys? Is he a ninja? So it looked some type of way to me. In our level, we did not have that issue before. You get me? So, and I'm the one, in our level, I'm the one that cleans the toilet and the bedroom and pack those pads with beauty. And it's not like someone gave me the duty. I said I wanted to do it because I'm particulate about cleaning those places. And when we came downstairs, I also raised up my hand. I, Chichi, and Rachel decided to do that same place because I know how much. So if she's shouting, Amaka did this, Amaka did that, honestly, I'm trying to be a good girl. If not, let's leave it for another day.
I can't wait for the reunion. I'm so excited. I feel like the bass blows will be too much. You know, intra-level, like it'll be crazy.
Yeah. Just pray for us.
No, why will we pray for you? Bring it all. We want to see everything. All right. I feel like we definitely be more interesting than the previous one. Yeah.
But let's also ask her like your top 5. You know, we've asked Toochi, we've asked Deji. So who do you think your top 5 will be?
Honestly, I really don't care. Let the best man win.
Okay.
That's my period.
Feisty. Love it. Yeah, I pretty much thank you for stopping by. I'm taking her back. Oh God.
Taking her back.
Jinx.
Hey.
So her back. But
I'm just waiting for the reunion now more than ever.
Please, you guys should not mind me. I'm really pissed off. Some of these questions they were like
they triggered you. Just brought back memories.
Annoying me.
Yeah.
Like annoy the fuck out of me. Anyways.
I didn't see Amaka in the house, but I love it. So thank you guys.
You didn't see Amaka in the house.
Thank you guys.
I saw it. Thank you so much, Amaka, for stopping by.
It was fun. Thank you, Toochi. Thank you, Deji, as well. All right.